Hi, Brennan here. I was gonna do this last night. I was really feeling the energy, and I just want you guys to get the audio because that's important. Okay, so I've been working on this new diagram that shows basically. You can't see it, can you? Here we go. Alright, so if you can click on, if you can save that, you can even see it. It's basically what you have is a paradigm of a mountain, an ocean, and then America's in the middle. And America is actually just east meets west. Okay, and what you have is mostly you have a civil society in the middle. Okay, uh, but on the top you have these rare threads up here, and you're not the people, so to speak, is the church and the steeple type thing, but rather these are the loose threads um, that desperately need to be tied down. So basically, uh, these ones need to go all the way back, need to go like this without bending them, going around and basically on your sleeve, so to speak, which is what they will do for their own culture, is they will put their culture's responsibility on their sleeve. And the same thing for your other one. It's backwards the camera. So anyways, we're going around. No. And so when you have when you have Asia, here we are. The cameras of Asia and Europe, right? And you have and then in between there you have two oceans, the Atlantic and the Pacific, and then America. So this is really important. Okay, I cannot I cannot overemphasize this. I can tell you that it can become um, a rationale for irrational, it can be a rationale for fascism that people see this problem. So now let me go to this point about World War One and World War Two. Okay, so what was being marketed, I think in Britain, we're speaking English, right? I'm Irish, and European. Uh, was that there was this great opportunity, there's this great new world, and oh, it's not America because there's a bunch of dogs there, right? Yeah, great. Um, but in reality, a lot of good people went to America over the last couple hundred years, and um, and uh, and it is rough because the geographic situation, the cultural sort of realities, and Australia, there's a paradigm there as well. There's sort of an empty country, no culture beforehand. Anyways, basically what you had was good people Americans who or Europeans. They saw this opportunity and they said, oh yeah, it's real opportunity. It's not gonna be easy like Australia, but it's not gonna be boring either. And so people went and um, and then in the old world, they were saying, okay, there's this great opportunity. It's not America. No, it's the battle lines in Europe, and um, and people went there and died by the millions. World War II. At least 5 million soldiers on each side died, and a lot of times it's hard to say. But a lot of times they were just fools, not they were fooled, they were educated, they were schooled that the old is the good thing and the new is bad. In reality, you have to take the new and fold it into the bad to bring that face there, to bring the rationality to the global culture. And I cannot, I mean, I want to like, I want to like, this is the morning. I was feeling the passion last night at a big party, and so anyways, this is the social vaccine, and okay, so let me just read a little. Neuropsychosis is basically what I'm diagnosing this problem as, because we believe that you know, it's complicated, it's complex, but if we allow the complexities to go unsolved, to not say, oh, let's fold this thread back, and it's going to sew up the world. It's going to create this loop by both of them going, both creating examples, not connecting actually. They're simply escaping over the Rockies and to their old worlds, or even on the fringes of the old oceans. The Chinaman in San Francisco, the European in New York or Florida, and all these places. So okay, so the West changes with cultural reckless abandon. The West charges forth with reckless cultural abandon. You know, we go out. You know, the West was all settled, and it was possible because New York was flat and gently fragile. But the East, now this is actually, it's not history, but present realities. So the West charges for reckless abandon, and if this, I can't read my own writing. It's the victim of dissonance and defeat, and therefore war. So basically, and then on the East, the East, you've got not arguing with myself, you guys, don't worry. I'm just having trouble reading my stuff, presenting it. So anyways, the East, what you often have is the lone wolf terrorist in the New World. Dissonantly, the East holds back, you know, like tradition is China and stuff. And their dissonance produces actual destructive victims, the lone wolf terrorist. Okay, so the Fort Hood and Virginia Tech, these are both first generation people who did not have girlfriends and did not need to be east of the Rockies. They did not need to be there, okay? So a net is the process of collecting these rare threads and pulling them back. And if they are actually defective, they will break naturally, basically, by being in that reality, in that chemistry element. And this is really difficult because you can actually identify the threads as you're wrapping them. You're actually pulling the threads out, you know, like wool or something like that, or polyester, right? That's what we're wearing these days. Drawing these threads out and saying, okay, let's pull them back, and we actually identify just by looking at them what's going on. But they have to be drawn out. This is going to sew up the world. Okay, this is going to take these threads. It's going to create this mainframe above. Okay, these things coming off, you know, off your hands, off your threads, off your geographic new world, and you're creating this basically a heart, if you will, except that they're actually going over each other, and they're creating like a halo, more of a heaven effect than just a simple heart, which is kind of a marketing term or a medical term. So we have these. If we do these threads, they're just simply making examples going over and over. Then you are creating a substrate, a sort of what do you call it, like a platform, or reinforcing the ideas. But then these become, like, if you have a piece of iron and you put concrete on it, suddenly you're having like all this life, all this little just a cultural, social, ecological structure. It's coming off of these threads, and it's kind of all I can do is say that this is absolutely really critical. It's I'm very tired. So it's very, very critical that a net is taken as this function, sewing up tears in our fabric and social fabric. You take these threads and they're actually like coming on, and they're like, boom, you have this solid old world responsibility. And you're taking these threads that you're taking are, they are highly quantified. Coming off and East meets West, they are just going to make incredible understanding and compassion, and I need to be straight that it's very, very powerful stuff, and you never had the timing has to be right. Okay, I'm right now. I was supposed to do this last night. There's no computer, so I just got up early, walked like a half a mile to the computer, and it's really just really, really good red wine. It's not that. It's better than that. I'm telling you, it's from the heart and the mind, and it's like the threads, if you will, that we see. Our eyes are seeing our hands. We have to have a world of social ecology. That's what we're going to have when East meets West, and we pull those threads. We're going to have this crown above. Okay, so like my chin here, and then here we're looking and we're seeing the civil society coming from those threads. And, I guess I'm going on a little too long here. I just hope the audio is loud enough for you, and thanks, you guys, and hopefully this goes through.